Welcome back, Rebels, to University Speaks. I'm Lena Atu.
And I'm Jelani Watts. Thank you for joining us. So, Lena, winter break is literally just like, 2-3 weeks away. Are you excited? What do you have planned?
I'm so excited for winter break. The semester has been a rough one, but I'm excited to just have 6 weeks off and enjoy the time with my family.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go to California for a few days.
Oh, nice.
Just to get out of Vegas, see some new scenery. But what about you? What are you going to do?
Well, definitely not school, because I'm just spending the time, besides working, just taking the time for like self-reflection, getting ready for the spring semester and obviously celebrating the holidays.
Yeah,
so, for sure.
Yep. We're going to throw it over to Dominic Lavoie for highlights of the biggest game of UNLV football season. Dom?
Thank you, guys. Now, UNLV hosted the Fremont Cannon game in its 48th installment, and it was a bitter fight for both teams. Now, let's start in the fourth quarter. 10-19 to go. 3rd down and 6 for the Wolfpack on the 29-yard line, and UNLV only leads by 4 points. Nate Cox, he takes a snap, and he's immediately under pressure. He scrambles and chucks a pass, and it's picked off by B.J. Harris. UNLV regains possession with that huge defensive stop. And UNLV takes over possession at the 25, and they drive down the field all the way to the 30-yard line, where Harrison Bailey connected with Nick Williams on this jump ball in the end zone, and he rips the ball into his possession on the way down. UNLV leads by 11, and off of a last split stand on the goal line by UNLV, the Rebels, they take the Fremont Cannon, and they paint the cannon red once again.
Today meant a lot to everyone in this community, and I'm glad we was able to get it done for the seniors and everybody watching. It was awesome.
Now the Rebels will defend the Fremont Cannon next season up north in Reno to keep this tradition alive. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Dominic. The Cannon returns to campus Monday morning, where the football team and students alike were able to get some paint strokes in, turning the Cannon red. The painting event capped off a big win for the program this season, but the Cannon should be touched up instead of looking completely red.
However, prior to the cannon painting, head coach Marcus Arroyo was fired from the position in the program. Arroyo finishes his UNLV tenure with an all-time record 7-23. He said through a statement on Twitter that he is disappointed he will not be returning to the program. However, he believes he built a good foundation for the next coach and wishes the program luck in the future.
I want someone that's going to obviously continue our recent success academically, but someone that it's going to bring in a championship mindset to what we need to do. We want to be better than we are today.
Another big event that happened on campus, the Amazon Prime College Tour TV series just wrapped up filming the UNLV episode, and our very own Caitlin Bustamante has more in studio.
It's a very exciting time to be a Rebel because UNLV is being featured in Season 8 of the TV series The College Tour. And joining me today is the executive producer and host of the show, Alex Boylan. Alex, thank you so much for joining us today.
It is so good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. We're lucky to have you. I know we have a whole audience in the studio today. Everyone's really excited that the College Tour and UNLV is the first institution in the state of Nevada being featured in the series. So why was the College Tour founded, and what is the mission of the College Tour?
The mission of the College Tour is to tell the story of every institution across America. The backstory is my niece. She is from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I live in Los Angeles. 3 years ago, she was given one trip to go take a look at college campuses. And while she was in Los Angeles looking at schools, she's like, Uncle Alex, I want to see some schools in Nevada, some schools in New York and Florida. And I can still hear her mom, my sister's like, what do you think, we're made of money? This is your only trip, Isabel. And so then I started navigating the higher education space online, like any, parent, uncle, aunt, whatever would do. And honestly, it's overwhelming. How do you, we're so blessed to be in a country. We have thousands of amazing universities and colleges, but how do you find the right one for you? And so that's, fortunately I make TV shows for a living. And I said, how is there not a show about college campuses across America? And that's how the idea was born.
I think that's really cool. One of the most important things and special things about the series is it's making college tours more accessible for prospective students. And how does that feel to you?
It feels unbelievable, to be honest. I mean, this is the first time I've ever created a show based on a real problem. Most of the times I'm like, oh, that's a cool country, or that's a cool story, and that's what we'll go tell. This was based on a real problem. And so to know that this is helping, the average college trip for a family outside of their area is $2,500. It's expensive. No, very, very small percentage of this population has the ability to travel around to every single school they want. So now the fact that they can do that from their mobile device on television is an amazing reward. And I just think it's, we're very fortunate. We get emails and phone calls all day long from high school counselors, parents, and high school students just being like, thank you. Like either I didn't know that university existed, I didn't know they had a program that I wanted, and one of the best parts about the show, once again, it's very authentic. There's no secret sauce here. It's real students telling their real authentic story, and I think that's the magic of it, is just being honest to what it is and letting them tell their story. And I think another thing we hear a lot is that it's the first time 19, 20-year-olds are talking to 14, 15, 16-year-olds, right? And so high school students are always looking up to college students, and maybe they don't know what they want to study or where they want to go. And now they're getting to hear your inspiration of what you're inspired of to help them guide their path.
It's like they can have like an older brother, an older sister in their pocket, in their mobile device, giving them advice like what to pursue in the future. That's a really cool thing to have. How can people watch the series?
So what's great about the culture, it was designed to be available and for free for every single young person, anyone out there. So of course, you're going to be able to have the episodes. I'm sure it's going to be living on UNLV's website in different capacities, but thecollegetour.com, we also have an app. We have a streaming channel that's on 17 different channels. And of course, you can watch it on Amazon Prime, on Tubi. So I think we're on like 18 or 19 different platforms now. So the biggest thing for us is that it's accessible, and it's for free for everyone.
And you've spent today filming all around UNLV's campus. So what memory will you take with you of UNLV once you leave today?
There's a lot. I love the community here, and that's from everyone from the student body to the faculty to even, I was getting a chance to speak with the president earlier today. It's just this sense of community. Everyone really cares about your all's future, and I think that's the most important. But I just think in general, and you'll see this throughout the episode, and look at what we're doing right now. Your hands-on experiential learning that's happening at this institution, it's palpable, it's part of everything. I think that's just gonna show in the success you're gonna have in your career, is that this institution really has set you all up for success by letting you guys play with things, do things, and really get your hands dirty, because that's what life's gonna be like after this. So I think that's big picture, but it's just been a great day.
And Alex, you shared so much special advice with us today. And like I said before, we're so lucky to have you at UNLV's campus. And you can watch UNLV's episode of The College Tour when it's released mid-2023.
And it's no wonder UNLV is getting featured when you have students changing the world one invention at a time. UNLV engineering students are presenting 30 inventions that solve real-world problems in the senior design competition. These student-created projects will be judged based on presentation, sustainability, and likelihood of breaking into the commercial market. The free event takes place December 9th from 1:45 p.m. to 6 p.m. inside Ham Hall.
From STEM majors to singers, a group of UNLV undergrad and graduate students formed a new girl group. Reporter Shantae Lewis has more about their new and upcoming music.
TBH. Hi, we're TBH. There's a new girl group on campus, and some of them are your fellow student members. Let's learn about TBH.
Our group is meant to represent the underrepresented, whether that's different mental health statuses, because I have ADHD, different body types, different skin types, different backgrounds, different stories. We're here to represent that.
I feel to be human is to be honest and to be truly you, and I feel like we're trying to make people feel confident in being their true selves within seeing us be our true selves.
We call our supporters humans because that's what we are. We're living through this experience as humans, and we all have different interpretations of what that means.
And also, if you stumble and fall or fail or end up making a decision where you hid your light, be forgiving with yourself, because that's okay to happen, as long as you're also mindful of your patterns and are able to want to course correct that. It's all about the intention of doing it. You don't have to be perfect.
For more How to Be Human, you can find their socials on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, and Apple Music.
Hot and fresh like apple pie. Ooh.
Heaven sent, make your sugar spike. Sweet and scent, I've been baked just right. I'm the apple of your eye, hot and fresh like apple pie. Tasty.
If you want a more personal experience with the girl group, you can keep up with them on Instagram to get a sneak peek of their shows.
UNLV-CSUN government is making changes for students and faculty. Reporter Brianna De Leon spoke with CSUN president about how they'll be bringing menstrual products to the university.
The 2020 pandemic was an epidemic that shifted the world. Nearly 3 years later, the economy is still experiencing its financial deficits. With rising inflation rates, access to necessities such as menstrual products have become increasingly difficult. While Nevada eliminated the pink tax back in 2018, according to U.S. and World Report News, period products have been hit hard by record high inflation and supply chain issues this year. As a result, the president of CSUN joined forces with a UNLV student to bring free period and menstrual products to students.
I made like a little community period basket that I left at the Women's Research Center, and it's just a basket with like just general like tampons and pads, and a lot of friends actually like told me like, you're a lifesaver. I'm on my period and I don't know where to get pads.
Along with the proposal and the plan to implement these free products, feedback from students themselves played a factor in consideration.
So we sent out a survey over winter break last year just to get an estimate like how many people are interested in this, what kind of brands do they want, where do they want the products to be placed in. And after getting a lot of data, over 1,000 responses on the survey, we decided that the best places to put the dispensers would be the most trafficked areas on campus. So like the Lit Library, the SU, and then we're also working with the SRWC, although that's going to take a little bit more time to implement. But our plan right now is to implement 5 dispensers in the SU and then 4 dispensers in the Lit Library in the first 2 floors in both female restrooms and then gender-neutral restrooms as well.
Kevin and Diane state that the proposal is at the end of its final stages, with both the administration and the supplier on board. As of now, they are just waiting to receive the products in order to start placing them around campus.
What we're trying to do is to help as much as we can to alleviate that for the student body, and just because they already have the fees, they have transportation, they have parking passes they have to pay, so we don't want to add that extra worry to them of like, oh, if I'm on campus, I also need to buy this stuff around. So the most we can do to make things easier for them while the time at UNLV, the most we're probably going to work on those things.
I'm Brianna De Leon reporting for University Speaks.
So be sure to be on the lookout in the coming year for those products as we wait for them to be installed here on campus.
From on campus to online, this holiday season you can avoid the online Grinches with these security tips. According to University Chief Security Officer, they recommend using a different password on each site, turning on multi-factor authentication, being careful of unnecessary links, using credit cards for online purchases, and to look for the lock icon in your website to know it's secure.
Christmas has arrived in the Bellagio Conservatory. This year they took inspiration from timeless childhood moments using larger-than-life holiday treats. This includes a walk-through gingerbread-style cottage and a 42-foot fir tree. This free exhibit will be open through January 1st, and personally, I'm super excited to look at this gingerbread house. It's a 42-foot gingerbread house.
Yeah.
How does this work? Like, I'm curious as to how they built it, and I just want to take pictures in front of it.
Well, is it edible? Like, do people actually eat it?
I have no idea if it's like a fake gingerbread house.
I would imagine so. I mean, they can't eat it. No, they can't eat it. I mean, that's a kind of a lot for them to eat it. Yeah, but regardless, that's huge. Are they breaking any Guinness World Records with this?
I have no idea. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I'd love to see if they are breaking any records with this.
I mean, they have to, because has it been done before? Is it like brand new?
No idea.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, it's something that I've never heard of, and I was born and raised here, so I'm definitely excited to see that.
Me too.
And Las Vegas is getting twice the enchantment this year. The Light Maze and Village Spectacle Enchant has arrived at Resorts World and the Las Vegas Ballpark. You can walk through an illuminated winter wonderland with animated light sculptures, live entertainment, and even visit Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Tickets are on sale and the event will last until January 1st.
And from one winterland to another, the popular holiday display is returning to Sam's Town Casino. The holiday-themed attraction is a tradition that goes back to 1994 with animated teddy bears that come to life. They will also have a laser light show and performances that will happen every night through the new year.
Welcome back to Rebel Resources. Food insecurity is an issue that affects more than 300,000 Nevadans annually. The UNLV Food Pantry is a resource provided by the School of Integrated Health Sciences, and it actively affects the lives of many who attend our university. I'm here today with the Food Pantry Coordinator, Carmen Johnson, and an employee of the pantry, Christopher Acosta. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yep,
having
absolutely. So who can access the food pantry?
So the UNLV Food Pantry serves UNLV students, staff, and faculty members.
Absolutely. And is there a way for students to, I guess, verify their identity once they come in? That way they can be verified if they're students or faculty or staff members?
Yeah, of course. So when we sign people up to use the UNLV Food Pantry, we just ask the basic information, and to prove their status as a UNLV student or faculty member, we ideally would ask for their Rebel ID card, but we also take other forms of verification like a work ID, proof of enrollment, or an entry ID number.
Just because, like, I guess sometimes, you know, students, they like forget it or they don't know like where to pick it up. So that's always great to know. And then for you, Chris, when is the food pantry open?
So the food pantry is open Monday through Friday. We're also open year round, minus major holidays. So the hours vary throughout the week, but the most updated hours can be seen on our website and on our socials.
Gotcha, great. Does the food pantry only offer food, or do you guys have other types of assistance?
So we like to have essential household items, laundry detergent, dish soap, even feminine hygiene products, things like that. So we rely on donations for those items, but those can also be accessed there. Also, like utensils, can openers, things like that. We also like to have those available.
Absolutely, and it's so great because I know that a lot of people, when they think of food pantry, they think of food, you know, but it really is, there's more types of insecurity that people are facing, especially here in Southern Nevada. So it's great work that, you know, both of you are doing. Chris, how and where can people donate to the food pantry, or can they donate at all?
Yeah, so we accept donations in multiple ways. So first is for monetary donations. They can donate directly to the food pantry through the UNLV Foundation, through the Integrated Health Sciences. They can donate that way. We also accept physical donations, non-perishables, food, household items. We have a couple of ways to do that. One way you can do it is directly to the food pantry during our hours of operations. We also have 4 drop-off sites around campus. One is located at the Student Union, another at the Student Recreation and Wellness Center, another at Lee Library, and another at Lee Business School. And periodically throughout the weeks, we'll go by, check those out, and our workers and volunteers will go through those items, make sure they're good to give out.
Absolutely. You know, it's great because it's such a big campus, you know, UNLV, and I think it's great that students have more than just one way of donating. Because it's like, I know for me as a student, it's like walking all the way from my classes to where you guys are just across from the Thomas and Mack. It's like, it's kind of a walk. So I'm glad that you guys are like, you know, you have enough access points to where students can help out other students and faculty and staff as well. And then Carmen, is there a website where students can learn more information about the food pantry?
Yes, if you simple Google search, UNLV Food Pantry is the best way to find it. The actual address is kind of long. So if you Google UNLV Food Pantry, it'll pop up there, and the website stays updated, so you'll have updated information. Also, our social media sites also is a good place to have updated information.
Absolutely. The work you guys do is great, and I'm so grateful for both of you. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Well, the semester's end means new beginnings for those who are graduating. In bittersweet news, one of our very own will be graduating in the winter class of 2022. Our producer, Anna Saya, has been a member of University Speaks for quite a while. Let's take a look at her journey and where she's headed from here.
My goal was just to write and have fun with it. And I mean, eventually I wanted to apply and see if I could help the show get an Emmy. So when that happened, to me, that was like a huge milestone. It was a huge part of why I joined the journalism school. I had been with University Speaks in its very first year, and I was just a reporter. So I was still learning what part of journalism I liked. And as I went to every show for every month, I was there with the former producer, Triana Gondo. And I saw what she was doing, and her and I shared a lot of the same interests, the same strengths. My advice is to try everything. Don't be afraid to try something that makes you uncomfortable, because I joined the journalism school when I thought I was going to go into print, and here I am in a broadcast production concentration, and I am more happy than I think I ever could have been. I hope to start a podcast with my mom. That is my independent franchise that I'm going with. I love the writing side. I still am learning as I go because I have all this educational experience now. It's time to apply it in the real world.
Thank you, Anna.
We wish you nothing but the best. I have known Anna since I joined the show. I think I joined the show 3 episodes after she did, and I've truly seen her grow throughout this position. You know, I saw her as a reporter, I still remember one of the episodes that she did a cycling segment on, and she got on the bicycle, and I thought it was so cute. And I took a lot of inspiration from her, and I learned a lot from her as well. And seeing her in a producing role also, I'm learning a lot from the way that she's writing, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm sad to see her go, but I know that she's going to do amazing things with the rest of her career, and she's really left an impact on University Speaks.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I joined University Speaks as a reporter in the middle of season 2, and I think that just seeing the work that Anna's done and seeing how busy it gets as well, because we're all students, you know, we all have lives outside of the show. Seeing the work she's done and how it's progressed, and the Emmy one, I mean, it's truly remarkable. Anna, I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm just so glad that you're going further in your career, and I'm excited to see where you go. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's all the time we have for our show. Be sure to follow our social media to stay up to date with our news around campus. I'm Lena Atu.
And I'm Jelani Watts. Happy holidays, and thank you for watching.